Welcome back to Sip Happens. This episode, we're talking about how you are probably pouring wine all wrong. So the first wine we're going to get into is actually a sparkling wine. This is the Zonin Prosecco in this cute little 375 ml bottle. And so I think wine can be pretty pretentious because one, people don't know how to open it, and two, people don't know what to serve it in. So I'm going to kind of take you through to make you look like a pro. So when you're opening any sort of sparkling wine, there is a little lever here that you can pull and just nicely sort of go around the circumference of the bottle and then take off the coil, make it look nice and neat. If you have a pocket, slip it into your back pocket. And then there's a little wire cage here. So you want to always keep your thumb on the wire cage. Corks have an immense pressure here, almost the pressure of a tire in here. So you don't want to lose your eyes. And you can't imagine how many people have had champagne or Prosecco or Cava related accidents. It's pretty incredible. So you want to loosen the wire cage just really as elegantly as possible. And also hoping you don't lose your eye in the process. You loosen the wire cage, take it off, and again, back pocket, nice and neat. Then you want to hold the bottle like this, still your thumb on the cork, and you lightly rotate. A lot of people just pull the cork, wrong. You actually rotate the base of the bottle and not the cork. So you pull, rotate, 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 and then you should, if depending on what kind of mood you're in, a pop or a nice silent hiss. Here we want the pop. And so again, a lot of people think that this is the ideal glass for sparkling champagne Prosecco. And in most cases, let's be honest, it is. But really, you should be going for a big coupe because you want to have nice bubbles and you want to have space for the wine or the Prosecco, the champagne to aerate. But ideally, it should be a white wine glass. So this one is a nice circumference for the bubbles. And so this is the flute, this is the coupe, and this is the tulip glass. Traditionally, you'll see sparkling wine served in a flute, which concentrates the bubbles right through here. Ideally, and in the past, it was served in this coupe, which gave you a nice big circumference where you could smell the wine and see if there was any faults. But the proper way and the way the pros do it and sommeliers do it is actually in the tulip glass. So you get the right amount of aeration, the right amount of bubbles being released, and you can really enjoy in this glass. Cheers. So the next time you're going for your Prosecco or your champagne, skip the flute, maybe go for the coupe, but ideally go for the tulip. So with white wine, you can have two options. You can have the tulip, which is more narrow, and this is for more aromatic, fruity, tropical wines like Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Sauvignon Blanc. So you want to concentrate their nice aromatics here, and you want to be able to have a nice deep smell where you get a really good palate. And then for more creamy, bolder, bigger whites like oak Chardonnays, you want to go with the coupe again so that you have a larger surface area so that it really accentuates their creamy, malolactic, and maybe aging notes as well. So this one gives you good surface area for the big, bold whites, and this one gives you the perfect narrow aeration for the tropical, zesty, fruity, aromatic wines. So with red wine, it can be a little bit intimidating, and I think that's why people steer away from red wine, and it can be a bit pretentious. The point is it has a cork, so you got to learn how to open the cork well, and you need a trusty friend, which is your waiter's wine cork. And so you take your knife and you cut under the lip of the bottle, just make a nice sharp incision, and then you want to go up this right here where the lip is, and you want to just do a nice deep cut. We've got lots of lovely stickers here in Kenya, so if you're in Europe or other parts of the world, it wouldn't be as difficult. But here we have lots of stickers. It's almost to deter us to not drink wine. But hey, here we are drinking wine. So you rip off that and you put it in your pocket again. And then you take out the corkscrew part, put it right in the middle. And it takes a lot of practice, guys. It took me a lot of practice as well. And the easiest trick is just talk to someone, have a story. It takes the pressure off when they're not looking at what you're doing and they're looking up here. You put the lip here, you just pull it up. Sometimes corks can be a little bit drier. It's a two-step one, so pull it up again. And voila, there you go. Generally, if you want to be quite fancy, you can present the cork to your guests at home, just so you know that the wine smells good. And then what you want to do is, if you have a little cloth, which I don't right now, just wipe the top, and you take your decanter, you take your wine, and you angle it, and you just pour really slowly. So, I mean, everybody makes it look super professional, but hey guys, just practice as much as you can and try not to spill, because the wine's obviously expensive. And then you pour it into your decanter. If this was a much older wine, this is a 2021, I would have stopped when it was maybe a quarter left in the bottle, because there would have been sediments. But this is a young vintage. And so you can pour it into your decanter. And the point of the decanter is that it aerates the wine. You could also throw it into a kitchen blender if you clean it out and just whiz it around. And it will also give you the same effect, not as bougie, but definitely effective. But the decanter will aerate the wine. It has a large base area. And so if you let this wine sit for 20, 30 minutes, it benefits from the oxygen. When they say that you're freeing wine and saving a life, you really are. It is corked. There is no oxygen contact because we don't want the wine to be oxidized. And so you're literally giving it a kiss of life, and you're giving it time to breathe. So we have two red wine glasses again in front of us. Here we have a Burgundy glass. Here we have a Bordeaux glass. And as you just saw, opening a wine with a cork can be a little bit more stressful. This one is with a screw cap, so a lot easier, not too much skill needed, but the same respect should be paid towards the wine. So if you have a cork or if you have a screw cap, let's treat it the same way. And ideally, you want to pour Burgundy wines into a Burgundy glass, which would be great. And this time you give it a lot more time also to same effect as the decanter, a wider base. It's got more time to be in contact with oxygen. This is a Bordeaux wine, so more for Merlots and Cabernet Sauvignon. And so it's a little bit more concentrated, so you get the aromatics. But either way, you're getting a great surface area to enjoy your beautiful red wines. And now you know that you can serve them in different glassware. So with this large Burgundy glass, it helps amplify the aromas. It concentrates the taste to the tip of your tongue, so you're able to taste well. And with the Bordeaux glass, it aerates the wine. It softens the harsh tannins, and it allows you to have a beautiful, enjoyable sip. As you can see, I've got 3 different levels of wine in our glasses here. We've got the tulip glass, which is perfect for rosé. Another tulip glass, which you can see is super overfilled for the Sauvignon Blanc. And the red Bordeaux glass, which is actually the correct amount that should be put in this glass. This is 125 ml, and this is the perfect serving when you're serving wine. This one is slightly too much, and this is way too much. So here is a quick cheat sheet for serving temperatures. So for sparkling, we want to go 6 to 10. For rosé, we want to go 7 to 10. For light whites, we want to go between 6 to 10. And for more full-bodied whites, you want to go 10 to 12. For light-bodied reds, you want to go 12 to 14. And for more full-bodied reds, you want to go 15 to 18. So I hope that helps you when you're storing your wine and when you're serving your wine, because temperatures are super crucial. So I have this cute little glass, and this one is for dessert wine. So this is usually for ports, for sauternes, for sherries. And the reason why it's in a smaller glass is obviously the higher alcohol content. It is to control the alcohol fumes so that they're not so concentrated. It's supposed to release its nutty oxidative aromas. And so you're obviously supposed to have all good things come in little packages. And so you're supposed to have tiny little sips of it. And the little glass, as opposed to the big red wine glass, concentrates the flavor and allows you to enjoy this wine responsibly. So as you can see, we've got the full lineup here. So just to keep it easy for you guys, rosé in the tulip glass, light aromatic whites in the tulip glass, nice creamy aged whites in the big coupe, as well as champagne in the big coupe, aged Chardonnays in the big Bordeaux white glass as well. And then for Burgundy style reds, even Italian style reds, you want to go into this nice Burgundy glass. For full-bodied cabs, Merlots, Shirazes, you want to go in the Bordeaux glass. And for fortified dessert wines, you want to go in this teeny weeny glass. But the thing is, guys, let's just keep drinking wine. You know, temperatures and glassware help you serve and taste better and enjoy wine better. But as long as you're drinking wine, I am happy. So I hope you guys learned something, and I'll catch you on the next episode.